Hi everyone, this is Kerri Ho from theSongbird and today I'm going to do a singing video addressing a question that I was asked a few times in response to my last video, how to sing high notes with power. You can take a look at that here if you haven't seen that yet. And that question was this, how do we actually sing in head voice without sounding breathy and thin? Yeah, very good question. So today I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how that is to happen. So one of the first things is that when we're actually singing in head voice, and if we don't want to sound breathy and thin, we actually really need to have a really nice open throat. So how do we get a nice open throat? So I'm going to make you do something, and I want you to observe what happens, okay? So the first thing is I want you to give me a really big yawn. So just like, okay, so do that and just observe what happens inside the throat. Hopefully you felt some sort of movement, and particularly a downwards movement. So basically every time we yawn, right, our larynx or our voice box actually moves down and it opens up, okay? And so what you want to be able to do when you're singing in your head voice is to always have this open throat feeling happen inside your throat. So what you need to do is not yawn, because obviously we don't want to be yawning every time we're singing, particularly if we're performing in front of a crowd. But what you want to do is do what I would call a pre-yawn stretch. So it's kind of like you're about to yawn, but you're not going to do the full yawn. Every time you breathe in, you sort of do this. Okay, and as you drop your jaw in to breathe it in, you also intentionally lower that larynx. In other words, by almost yawning. Okay, it's something that might take a little while to practice, but what I want you to do to practice this is practice yawning and just observing how that feels, and then try and employ that before you breathe every time you want to sing, especially in head voice and you don't want to sound weak and breathy. Okay, so for example, if I didn't do that, my throat would be a little constricted, because what actually causes that really breathy tone that's really light and thin is actually a constriction in your throat. So if you open all that up and you get rid of that constriction, then all of that goes away, okay? So for example, if I didn't do that pre-yawn stretch and I wanted to sing this in head voice, so for example, na 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 na. So that's me not opening up in my throat, all right? I haven't bothered to do that pre-yawn stretch. I haven't really bothered to take a good breath in either. I've just gone for it. My throat's all closed up and it comes out really breathy and thin. Na, 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 na. Not a nice sound at all, okay? But if I wanted it to be strong and not breathy, but still use my head voice, then all I gotta do is take a good breath in with that yawning stretch, pre-yawn stretch. Na, 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 na. Okay, that's me singing in my head voice, complete head voice. But because I've opened up in my throat, it sounds a lot stronger. Na, 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 na. Okay, and you should actually feel vibration sort of around here. It should really come off your face, projected off here around this area. Okay, so here's an exercise that you can use to practice that. And the main thing is that you must do that pre-yawn stretch before every one, okay? So it goes like this. So we're going to sing it on a no, 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 okay? Okay, it goes like this. No, 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 no. Now pre-yawn stretch here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So there you go. There's an exercise that you can practice so that your head voice would not sound thin and breathy. Now I'll give you an example of just what that would sound like in a song. Okay, so for example, I'm going to use Katy Perry's Firework as an example. So if I wanted to sing that chorus, all right, and normally it's belted out. Okay, so normally Katy Perry, fully belts it out, and I tend to do that too when I perform this song. But there's a point in the song where it sort of comes down from the bridge, and you have like a kind of quiet chorus. And that's a good place to actually sing it in your head voice, but without sounding breathy and thin. If it sounds breathy and thin, it's just going to sound really weak, right? So for example, so instead of belting it, baby, you're a firework, come and show us what you're worth, make him go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky, yeah. So from here, you might want to go into a quiet chorus where you use head voice. Okay, this is what not to do. Baby, you're a firework, come and show us what you're worth, make him go, oh, oh, as you shoot across the sky, yeah. Okay, that's really breathy and thin, and a lot of it was off pitch because of the fact that I wasn't really opening my throat and I really wasn't breathing properly. Now, if I use my head voice, but I breathe properly and I do that pre-yawn stretch that I was talking about, okay, then it would sound like this. Baby, you're a firework, come on, show us what you're worth, make him go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. So the way to practice that would be to gnaw through that chorus. No, 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 yeah, etc. And then you put your words into that same place. Baby, you're a firework, come on, show us what you're worth, etc. So I hope that video was helpful to you. Please do ask me any questions or give me your comments down below. If you like this video, it'd be really cool if you could give it the thumbs up and share it with your friends as well. Now, if you want to see more of what I do at my website, or even find out more about vocal coaching with me, then please head on down to my website at www.thesongbirdtree.com. I'll see you again next time. Thank you.